Hello my makeup loving friends, how's it going? Today is essentially just a chatty get ready with me where I'm answering some of the questions that you guys gave me on Instagram. So I'm talking about, really juicy things like relationships, but also really weird things like, no, I won't give you an example of the question. You'll see it in a little bit. But yeah, if you just want to see even how I did this eye look, the whole face, not that the face makeup is great, but the eye look is not bad. But if you want to see how I did all of this and just get to know me a bit better, of course you do, I'm fascinating, then this is the video for you. Do please keep on watching. So I kind of have to start this off by saying that I kind of broke a promise to you guys. I said that I wouldn't go near a Milani eyeshadow palette again. Well, what I specifically said was that I wouldn't buy a Milani eyeshadow palette. I didn't, but my lovely friend Daniela sent this on, so that's actually what I used today. I'm already primed, so we're just heading straight into it. And we're going to get into the questions, and because Daniela actually sent this on, I'm going to get into the questions that she sent on first. Again, I'm just using this palette. I'm going into... well, these are the 5 shades, all of the green shades that I've used plus this. I'm not really going to tell you too much about what it is that I'm doing because you'd be bored silly. Anyways, the first question she said is, what are your hobbies outside of makeup? The thing is, I don't have a huge amount of spare time. I wish I did, but in terms of hobbies, I do... absolutely adore crocheting. I like to make like baby blankets and booties and stuff, which is quite funny because like anyone who knows me knows that is not like I don't like kids. Well, no, it's not that I don't like kids, but like, they're a little bit terrifying. I've worked with them long enough to know. So yeah, I like crocheting. I really like cooking and baking. I love walking. I've gotten into like doing stretch classes and stuff, so like yoga to some extent is a little bit of a hobby. Struggling to get the green on there. Great times. Great times. I'm using the pale green, obvi. Good luck, Teresa. Good luck. Then she asked, what are some weird party tricks that you have? Okay, so this is a really, well, not an odd one, but like... I don't drink, FYI, but weirdly when I was younger I became preoccupied with this idea that I would somehow get caught for drinking. Going into this shade here. And you know how like on all of these American TV shows, like when they pull them over, they're like, recite the alphabet backwards. So I became convinced that this was something that I needed to do as a life skill. So now I can say the alphabet backwards pretty quickly. Like I don't have like a timing as to how quickly I can do it. But yeah, that is my really kind of pointless talent. Other than that, I mean, I'm fairly musical. I can kind of sing and I can play the harp and the piano and the tin whistle and the flute and the recorder. Don't think I can play a tiny bit of guitar, but it would never really sat very well with me. I just couldn't figure it out. It wasn't as easy as like the harp. If your house is on fire, what 5 makeup products would you rescue if you could? Pets are safe, obviously. That is quite important that the pets are safe, otherwise obviously I would be coming back for them. Okay, so I'm gonna count this as one item, even though it's like several items in one, but the Melt Beetlejuice collection, like all of the stuff in that counts as one because I got it as one thing. On the order. I would also get the Melt Amor Eterno collection, so that's 2 things. I know I'm totally cheating by like bulking things in together. What else? Oh my gosh. Okay, the other 3 things, that's easy. Okay, so that would be the Natasha Denona lipstick. Just going into this dark green here. The Natasha Denona lipstick, the little mini 5-pan and the kind of blush highlighter duo that came out this Valentine's, and the reason why is that it was gifted to me by my Patreons, and it has sentimental value to me, so as a result I would try to like save that. And also, can I add on like the Kaleidos Aniela, can you fist palette? I really, really liked that. And considering that's limited edition, I'd probably try and save that too. So look, Daniela, you're making me choose. So that's, and technically that was a bundle. The Natasha Denona, those three were a bundle. So I'll leave it at that. That's technically 4. On my rules, those are 4. I mean, that counts, right? Semi-blended, like that'll do, pig. That'll do. Look at the fallout. It's like all of my relationships, major fallout. Major fallout. You know the drill. I'm just gonna try being the operative word here, to cut a crease. I'm running out of this, so it's just going in because I can't unscrew it. Next question then was favourite music artists. I really like Sia. I think she's really, really, really talented. I like Evanescence. Like Amy Lee is such an amazing singer. This is not very well blended. Oh well, whatevs, because I'm gonna clean this all off later. I think she's very underrated in terms of like her recognition as a musical artist. I mean, I kind of listen to a little bit of everything. Like, I'm a little bit confusing. I've been really, really enjoying, I know this sounds bizarre, Harry Styles. Look, I'm as surprised as you are, but I kind of dig him. Like, I think he's kind of cool. I mean, who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? Yeah, I think he's quite cool. So, you know, give me a pass on that. Maybe it's just that I'm trying to be a cool millennial. Who knows? I probably didn't bring my green up far enough on this side, but look, whatever. They don't have to match. They just have to be from the same general family. Like they're grand. I kind of did something weird then with this. So I have the Silva fanny pack and I have like a liner brush and I'm going into that, but I kind of went over it again with something else and you'll see in a little bit, like, but I'm doing exactly what it is that I did on this side. Anyways, what else? Next question then was, final question, if I post myself into a box, could I be one of your pets, please? Absolutely, Daniela, I will feed you oranges. Daniela loves oranges. That's not just me being like, no, citrus only for you so you don't have the scurvy. No, she does just genuinely really like oranges, so I would feed her oranges. And also she was talking to me about the Marks and Spencer's Jaffa cakes, so I would get her some of those because, you know, I take care of my babies. That sounds really weird, doesn't it? Oh well. I mean, that'll do, right? I mean, I know it's a bit chunky. Like I said, I have loads of questions. My God, guys, like I was old school and I wrote them out because I'm a weirdo. Who is a girl crush? Oh my lord, all my secrets are coming out. I love Kate McKinnon, absolutely adore her. I'm going into this shade here. I just think she's so cool and she's so funny, and I've seen her in interviews where she starts talking about her cat and like she really loves him, and I just think she's so cool. I've never seen her in something and not just gravitated towards her massively. Like, even though she gets the weirdest roles, like even when she's doing the SNL thing of like, cats are us or cats are we, whiskers are we, I'm like, yeah, I just love her. I just think she's so cool and she's so funny. So it would have to be Kate McKinnon. I just think she's so cool. Can I say that enough times? Probably not. Next one then is, why are you so fit though? Oh Anna. You know, it's difficult being this beautiful. Not everyone has their crosses to bear, you know. I'm just, you know, I just have to muddle through, really, is what I'd say to that. My lord, what have I done to myself? Who knows? Then, what is your favourite thing about yourself? Physically and mentally. Okay, physically, this is going to sound really weird. I have a freckle here on my finger, on my baby finger, just there. I love that. Don't know why that is my favourite thing about myself, but I really, really like that. I love that little freckle. And apparently I didn't realise this, but Sahil was telling me that in Indian culture, essentially freckles are seen as good luck. So I was like, that's why I like them, because of the look. Taking the same brush again, and I'm just gonna smash it into this highlighter. Oh, and then I suppose I should probably say what my favorite thing is about my personality, or like me mentally. I really like my sense of humor. I think I have a decent sense of humor. It can be a bit weird and a bit off the walls at times, but I do like that about myself. So, you know, could be a lot worse. Yeah, there we go. We smoosh you in there. Yeah, there we go. And now look, I said I was going to do something else as well. And it's that I took this shade here. It's Radium by K Rose B, and I'm just taking like a brush and I'm going to splodge it on my inner corner. Look, I know it looks weird. And I know it doesn't look, actually I'll do it over here on the other side so that it kind of matches a bit more, because it didn't really match as well over there. What else? There we go. I like that. That pleases me. But then in addition to that, I also took this and mixed it with some Meron, because it doesn't kind of mesh with that as well. And I put it onto this mixing palette. Of course, it's all dried out now, because that is my life. Quick tip, if you have Meron and, you know, like this, I just kept this from like my Pixie skincare. And I just use the dropper from it. It's really quite handy. Anna was being fabulously cheeky and said, who's your favourite Patreon and why is it me? How dare you make me choose between my friends? I mean, I can't say who my favourite Patreon is. You know, the plot twist is that I don't like any of you. JK. My God, that would be awful, wouldn't it? You know, this is my first YouTube drama. Favourite shade of green? Oh, chartreuse. And then it was like, what is, then the next question that was asked, sorry, I'm just taking this and just putting it over. Whee! There you go. That's as simple as it is. I couldn't be bothered doing anything more in depth than that. Then the next question was, what is my second favorite color, like after green? Purple. Absolutely love purple, and I love having green and purple together. Taking the 237 again, and I'm going into this shade. So there we go. Really digging into it. Okay, so then the next question is thoughts on white coat syndrome. I have it. Not I don't have it, but some people have it. It's actually really common. So white coat syndrome is this psychological disorder, essentially, that when you are presented with a doctor or somebody in the medical field, your blood pressure increases. It's essentially a fear of appraisal. It comes around with like a heightened sense of self-awareness. In terms of what I think of it, I mean, it's a demonstrated phenomenon. Like it clearly exists. Do I think it's anything to be concerned about? No, but I do think it's something that has to be considered if you're going in for medicals, etc., because obviously you'll get a false higher reading that isn't indicative of your overall health because of that. I'm just taking an E36 and just swishing between the two there, just to try and swish the two together, let them be friends. Whee! Sorry. Putting the mirror in front of you as per usual. Look, you know, we have to, I mean, look at the fallout. Look at the fallout. Then have this Morphe brush, and basically what I'm going to do is just go into this shade and this shade, smoosh it together. So yeah, that's my thoughts on white coat syndrome. Next question. Sorry, I have to like do this because I've one eye that's better than the other. Favorite lipstick. Favorite lipstick I would say is probably the Fenty Lip Stunner in the red one, which is here somewhere. Uncensored. I knew it was on something. Yeah, that is my absolute favorite. Next question then was favorite brand, which I assume is like favorite brand of makeup. Noah's Cosmetics. And I'm not saying that like out of like the fact that, oh, this is gonna get awkward. I consider Lois a friend. Lois is like, no, you're not my friend. Don't even like you. But I do. I consider her a friend now. So Lois, you're stuck with me now. I'm like the cat that you fed once. So I'm coming home with you. But like I really rate the brand. There's nothing that I've tried from there that I'd be like, that I'd say, oh, I didn't think it was good, or, you know, I think you could miss out on it. I think it's a very, there we go. Yeah. I think it's a very consistent brand overall. Oh, I'm not getting that to like blend out properly on this eye. I'm getting a lot of fallout. Whoopsie daisies. Oh well, could be worse. Very first world problems. So yeah, has to be Lois Cosmetics. Yeah. And actually, funnily enough, as I'm filming, today is their 1 year anniversary. So they have been in business for a whole year. So well done them. Yeah, I love them so much that I have actually bought quite a few Lois Cosmetics stuff as gifts for people. So I wouldn't buy them as gifts if I didn't think they were good. So yeah, I really, really rate them. Next one, favorite self-care activity. I mean, I have a lot of self-care activities. I would say my favorite self-care though is spending time with my cats. Yeah, just like lying down on the bed, like snuggling with Darcy or Cece. I'm like, that is my favorite thing ever. Like, it's so simple. And like, I know that people have very specific ideas of like what self-care looks like, and you know, oh, it should look like this or it should look like that. I think any sort of an activity that makes you feel good, that is self-care. Don't worry, I'm cleaning all of this up in a little bit. I'm just taking this brush now and I'm going into Radium again. It's the K Rose B, because I'm pretty much done now with the eyes, she said optimistically. Favorite retailer to buy makeup from, multi-brand sites. Okay. So if we're talking about a retailer where you can buy a couple of different brands from, it would probably be Boots in Ireland. And the reason why is, you know, I can get like points and stuff because I have a Boots card. But, you know, if we were to not think about Irish sites, I would probably say Cult Beauty. Yeah, I quite like Cult Beauty because they have a lot of the stuff that I would be looking at. So yeah, those are kind of the ones that I would gravitate towards. There we go. Don't judge me for using a makeup wipe. Even Robert Welsh said it was fine. He didn't. That is slanderous. Just using this LA Girl. It is an LA Girl, isn't it? Yeah, Shockwave. The green one. I'm not going to give you the name. You don't need to know. Let me have some secrets. Put that into the waterline. Waterline. Na, 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 na. And now essentially for some mascara. The next question was, what is the perfect amount of cats to own? All of them. I think I should be allowed to own all of the cats. You know, just saying. This is the Lancome mascara that my friend Franca got me. I very much appreciate it. There we go. Trying to put it back into the tube. Can't see what I'm doing. Favorite author. That is really, do you know what? I used to do loads and loads of reading, but I don't read anywhere near as much as I once did. I'm really, really bad for that. I would have probably once said J.K. Rowling because I love the Harry Potter books, but she's quite problematic. Jane Austen will always be a favourite of mine. I love Pride and Prejudice. I find myself going back to it every so often. I know this is like, when I read books, I just want something fairly light because I'm tired and, you know, I have enough going on in my life. I like the likes of Diana Gabaldon, who does, you know, the Outlander series. Just trying to get this lash down. Sorry, bear with me. Who else? Yeah, I can't really name a favourite per se. You sit down there. Now, don't get me wrong, these lashes are towards the end of their lives. So, yeah. I'm going to go and just clean off my face, wash my hands, etc. before I sit down and do the rest of my face. Aren't you glad you can zoom out from me now? I'm obviously taking a primer now. What is the next one? Also not a question, but thanks for letting us weirdos have a home with you. Ah! So that was from one of my Patreons. I much appreciate it. As I've said before, I get way more out of Patreon than you guys do. Like, it's become a really, like, such a safe space for me. Like, I really, really enjoy it. It can get a bit mental though. Sometimes you pop in and you're like, there's 100 messages and you're like, what has happened? But it's usually just we've left like pictures of animals or like something else. Like, it's great fun. Really, like, I really enjoy it, and I've made some like really good friends, and I've got to know people that little bit better on the group, which is just a lot of fun. I really, really appreciate it. I mean, that's my primed. That's my primed. Oh, this is a very, very cutting question. Would you rather have penis fingers or testicle toes? Penis fingers. I'd rather have penis fingers. I won't get into the whys, but that is my answer. My desk is a mess, as per usual. Where the F? Yeah. I have my concealer here. It's NARS in Chantilly. I'm so annoyed that Boots have stopped, Boots in Ireland, let me be clear, have stopped stocking NARS, and that really pees me off. Jam or clotted cream first on scones? It has to be jam first, in my opinion. But I don't have any strong feelings. I know this is very much like when I was in England, there was a lot of very strong feelings on this. I'm personally of the opinion that scones, in whatever form, are always acceptable in my belly. You know, they all end up in the same mishmash, so let's not fight over such things. Next question then was Gone Rogue or Rose Metal. I love both palettes, and I was actually asked this in the group again today, like, Jesus, this is a question that's asked a lot. I would probably say the Gone Rogue. Am I putting on too much concealer? Probably. Who cares? You do probably. You're probably like, Teresa, what are you doing? Don't know. Somebody needs to come and help me. Just needing to conceal my problems. But gosh, this is turning into a weird one, isn't it? Yeah, I kind of prefer Gone Rogue simply because I prefer more of a colourful aesthetic. That's just kind of, that's my thing. That's what I like. Next one. Monopoly or Scrabble? Oh, that's hard. I like both. Probably Monopoly because I'm not I'm not very good with words. I'm just using Revolution Pro. And God, I've probably pumped out way too much, and I like to mix that with the It Cosmetics CC cream. I'm not gonna bother telling you the shades. If you've watched my channel before, you have an idea. Next one then, unlimited eyeshadow singles or unlimited lip shades? Unlimited eyeshadow singles, obvi. My friend Daniela has recently, not that recently, but like since I've known her, has kind of like alerted us all to the fact of like JD Glow's existence. Now, I knew JD Glow existed, you know, I'm far too aware of all of these things, but I had managed to kind of keep away from them. I still haven't bought anything from them, but like she has made it very clear that some of their shades are very, very special because she has been swatching them for me, and I'm like, darn you, I can't afford to have more things. So if in the morning I was granted a wish, it would be unlimited eyeshadow singles, because I would buy a load, like I would not buy because, you know, they would just be granted. I would get all of those, and then I would get loads of what do you call them, pastel roses as well. Get a load of those. So yeah, I think that's quite an easy question. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. I have to like stop and clean my glasses lest Brianna comes for me, because she's always like, your glasses are filthy, and I'm like, I know, I'm gross. Sweet or savoury? I am a sweet gal. Like, I didn't end up being, what was my heaviest? About 28 stone. Without loving sweets, but these days I don't eat a huge amount. I'm trying to be a bit better. Jesus, I just have jewels all over my desk. Focus, camera, focus. Just gonna, this is the ABH in mink. Don't know what I'm doing. Somebody help. What's the next one? Favorite dessert? Ooh. Have I put on too much contour? Yes. But whatever, it'll be fine. That's what concealer's for. That'll sort it. And anyways, I'm not going anywhere. None of us are. That seems very dramatic. I definitely put on way too much, but whatever. Could be a lot worse, right? Favorite dessert. I don't think I have one. I mean, I kind of like them all indiscriminately. Yeah, I don't really have one. I'm sorry. I'm really crap at this. I'm just gonna take this concealer. Or no, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my foundation. Kind of put that on top. There we go. See? That has kind of sorted it out. And yeah, I still have a little bit of a contour. Ha! There we go. Necessity. It's the mother of all invention. I don't know why I said it that way. What is wrong with me? Favorite roast? I mean food. Oh my gosh, macaroni and cheese. Like anything with cheese. Cheese. I've also been like going a bit nuts on the old toasties lately. I don't know why I said it that way, but yeah. That's me. Just using this e.l.f. concealer. It's the Camo concealer, the hydrating one. And I'm going to put a bit there and a bit there, a bit there. Yeah, that's about it. I don't really like putting it like in many places. I'm just going to pat. Your favourite alcoholic beverage? Well, like as I was saying earlier, I actually don't drink. A lot of people don't know that about me. I don't drink. I don't judge other people who do drink. It just isn't for me. Like, you know, I just never got into it. It's not my thing. But if I'm out, I like tea, obviously. And but if I'm out, I'm so cheap. I'm like, I'm easy to take care of because I will just look for like a cordial or like a squash or something. That's all I look for. Like, I don't need much else. Very, very, very easy to keep happy. There we go. Like, I mean, that'll do, pig, that'll do. I have Velvet High Beam here. Why psychology? Okay. I suppose this is kind of an observation I have made. A lot of people who end up in psychology, they usually have like an underlying, God, this sounds really bad, but it's like we have like I don't want to say like an underlying issue, but we have questions that we want to have answered in terms of our mental health or maybe the mental health of others. And that kind of draws us in there. So for me, I have struggled with anxiety, depression, like a whole lot of things. So I was interested in like that. And then I kind of just fell into it. Didn't really know exactly what psychology involved when I went into university, but it all weirdly worked out in the end. Yeah. Gosh, I still have so many questions to go through. Ultimate holiday destination. I'm actually pretty easy to keep happy in terms of holiday destinations. I'm just taking this Benetton. I really want to go to Iceland. I just like the look of it. I think it looks amazing. I also want to go to India at some point, but that's more like for personal reasons than like necessarily a holiday, but there you go. Brie or Parmesan? I'd have to go for Brie. And the reason is a lot of Parmesan isn't actually vegetarian because of there's like this sort of a filtration process, so it goes through like animal byproducts. So it technically isn't a vegetarian, so yeah, which is a bit crap, isn't it? Like, why can't we have nice things too? I think we should have nice things, quite frankly. Should I do fake freckles? Should I do that? Am I having an emotional breakdown? Probably am, to be fair. Where do I put my glasses? There they are. Hi! Okay, so I have the freckle pen here, and I think I definitely am like having some sort of breakdown. So it's the Freck pen. Have you ever thought of dyeing your hair bright colours? Oh yeah, absolutely. I would love to dye my hair bright colours. But partly because of the job that I'm in, you know, being an academic, I mean, I don't want to say like it's frowned upon, but there are certain expectations as to, you know, what you should look like. And I know that's so outdated and whatever, but it does still happen. What's your worst habit? Okay, so I have this thing. It's essentially, it's dermatillomania. Is essentially the technical term for it, but I have a terrible tendency to pick at skin, and I will pick at it until it bleeds. Like it's not appealing. It's not appealing. I know that about myself. Like, it kind of is what it is I do a certain amount to try and kind of go against that. Taking this number 7 press powder in translucent. What is your favorite makeup memory? Okay, my favorite makeup memory is when Elena was over here. It'll be almost exactly a year ago. No, it is exactly a year ago. Like maybe 2 or 3 days ago, would have been a year ago, when she came and visited me here in my home in Carlow, and we sat and we did each other's makeup, because it was just, oh my god, like I treasure that so much, because I don't have many friends that are as like obsessed with makeup as me. So being with somebody who really appreciated it, and like Elena's so talented and I love her so much, it was just so much fun. But I can add to that and just say, like, even just having Missa here and us playing with makeup and us staying up until 2 and 3 and 4 in the morning, just watching stuff from my collection was a big thing. And also when my friend Lucy came over, because I got to meet her for the first time, and we just sat here at this desk doing our makeup, and we both found that we had the same shade of concealer and we had both like really dug into it. So I was like, yeah, this is cool. Yeah, I know that sounds really weird, but that's my answer. Manny or James Charles? For me, it would have to be Manny. I really like Manny. I think he seems really nice. I think he's grown a lot as a person. Now, that's not me saying that because I have chosen Manny, that means I hate James. I have no strong feelings towards James at all. I think I'm just too old for his content. Just taking the Hourglass bronzer now. I have decided that I won't really be buying anything more from Hourglass for the foreseeable, until they start to have more kind of inclusive ranges, because at the moment I'm not happy with that. I think they need to do something on that. That's my opinion. If you weren't a psychologist, what would you be? Probably a writer. I used to read very prolifically, but I don't get the chance to now because my work takes up so much of my time. So I would, yeah, it would probably be that, or like a teacher, because essentially I am a lecturer, so I might have gone on to like lecture or in another topic, in a topic other than psychology. Sahil or the cats? The cats. Sauce. I think he knows that. He knows that. I adore that man, but he is not a cat, and they are my babies. Woo, excuse me, just knocking things over. Going into Stila now. It's the shade Kitten, and it's an eyeshadow, but I like it as a highlighter. Why did you decide to start your YouTube channel? Yes. Well, why did I start? Okay, so like I kind of said before, I don't have any friends really that are into makeup. Like they use makeup, but they aren't like as obsessed as I am. Like I know that my obsession is like a bit unhealthy. Like it's a preoccupation. Like it's my thing, and it's fine. Other than psychology, it's like one of the things that I'm really excited about. So I wanted to be part of a community where other people were as excited about these things as me. I wanted to meet people that had common interests, and I just thought it would be a great means of like self-expression. And yeah, that was essentially, that was it. Good lord, the freckles did not turn out well, but sure, look, could be worse, you know. It's not the worst thing that's happened on YouTube. The next question then is, how long have you been veggie and what made you choose to be? I've been a vegetarian for pretty much all of my life. No, it wasn't that my parents forced me or anything like that. I'm just using a bit of setting spray. It's just, I couldn't deal with the texture of meat. Like, it creeped me out. I really didn't like it. Next question then is, would you like some millionaire shortbread? Absolutely. Always yes to anything dessert. I mean, I said earlier, I'm sweet, I'm not savoury. Then the next question is favourite film. I actually don't know. I have a lot of films that I really, really, really enjoy and will watch irrespective of whether I've seen them 1,000 times or not. I love Princess Bride. I associate that with my childhood a lot. There's a lot of like Disney films that I really enjoy. Other than that, I don't know. Like I said, I enjoy a lot of things. I am a multifaceted bee. I still have to do my brows. I know, who knew I'd do my brows? Not very well, but I just kind of put a little bit of product through them. I'm just gonna do like my brows. I spoolie through it. What do you want to be when you grow up? A dinosaur. I really want to be a dinosaur. Little arms. JK, I want to be a cat. I think they have it all sorted. Like, they've just found some Egypt to take care of them. And, I mean, it's all working out really well for them. So, I want to be a cat. Or a Pokemon trainer. I want to be the very best. Dun dun, like no one ever was. You know, that sort of thing. Why are you so gorgeous? I mean, it is difficult. But, genes, you know, working out, all of that sort of thing. Angel or Spike? Oh, Spike, obviously. Although even, you know, when now that I'm older and I'm like, toxic relationships, I do think that Angel's relationship with her was also quite toxic. Spike's was more obviously toxic, but I thought he was a more interesting character. And also I like that he actually like tried to get his soul. I've probably done a bit much on the brows there now, but whatever, it is what it is. When did you start? Oh no, next one then is Buffy or Faith. Okay, this is a good question, right? I adore Faith. She is 5 by 5. I think she's really, really cool, a really nuanced, interesting character. And it would have always been Faith if we looked at it from the early seasons. But from about season 6 on, when Buffy comes back, she's interesting then, because I think she's kind of grown up and she's kind of, I don't know, a lot. I think she's just a much more interesting character then. That's just what I think. But yeah, I really enjoy Faith as a character. I think she's really, really interesting, and I thought her relationship with the mayor was really, really telling. Really kind of sad. Yeah, I just thought that was sad. She looked on him as like a father figure, and he looked on her as a daughter. I thought that was really interesting. When did you start liking makeup? Probably in my 20s. Like, I never had the kind of finances to actually like it up until then, because I was like, I'm that sort of person that like, unless I can do it, I won't be interested in it. Which I know sounds really like petty almost, but that's how I am, guys. That's how I am. Makeup tutorials ? Do I like them? Yeah, I like makeup it's just as makeup tutorials ? So I don't know if it's like that I like them, I do like them, or if I'll do more. I'm not very good, as you can tell. I don't know what I'm doing. So, you know, that's my main issue. How's everything going with you and your guy? Will we ever meet him? Everything is going frighteningly well. He has moved to a different county. As to whether or not you'll meet him, I don't know. I hope so, but he is a bit funny about that sort of thing, because, well, there's lots of variables, but I won't talk about that. What's your favourite makeup brand, products and aesthetic wise? Just all of it. Like I said, Lois Cosmetics has to be that. I am using this Natasha Denona lipstick in Amorosa, which was gifted to me by my Patreons. There we go. Should I have used a lip liner? Probably. Am I going to? No, I don't really feel like it. I'll put a little, no, I have highlighter on already. That's essentially it. I'm just going to finish off 2 more questions, the last ones. If you could make a good living just doing YouTube, would you leave your job? No. No, I love teaching. Absolutely love it. Wouldn't. No, no, I love it. What's your first memory with makeup? Probably getting into the upstairs bathroom where my mother had left like a really old, what I'm assuming was a bronzer. I don't know. I shoved it all over my face. I think I broke the pan. Anyways, my mother didn't really wear makeup, so she didn't care. But that was my first makeup memory. That's it. That's the whole thing. I'm gonna go off. Yeah, just do the rest of my hair and stuff. And that's it. Yeah. Right, I just kind of fixed my fringe and I wasn't really bothered to do anything else. This is it. I realised I kind of skirted over like one of the questions which was asking me about me and my boyfriend, because I was like, I'm finishing up my makeup, I'll get it all done. Everything is going really, really well there. Hello, autofocus. Yeah. That was a weird and pleasant surprise. He's kind of excellent. Part of why he probably won't be on my channel for a while is his family doesn't know that I exist. Yeah, it's always a positive indicator, but there's a reason behind that, because they're quite traditional, and look, I'm not going to push it. It's not my culture. I don't know stuff about it, and I trust his judgment on this. So for that reason, I won't have him on for a while, at least until he's told his parents, because on the off chance that my stupid, pointless little channel that nobody watches, on the off chance that somehow somebody he knew forwarded that onto his parents, they wouldn't be very happy to learn about it in that way. So yeah, that's my answer on that. But obviously this is the finished look. I think it came out quite nice. My skin is like weird, but that's because like I still have not perfected what to really do with my skin. I'm really interested in like doing eye makeup, and then when it comes to face, I'm just like, look, like I said before, this channel is not necessarily something you learn stuff from. I'm a makeup enthusiast. I don't really know much beyond that. Still trying to get the hang of this darn freckle pen thing. It is what it is. But that's it. That's the end of the video. I used the Milani palette. I actually quite like this. I'm very confused as to what's the story with the inconsistency between their palettes, but that's it essentially. I do like it. I would recommend it. I mean, I think this is quite a cool look. Do please like, comment and subscribe. Do please share, because sharing is caring, unless of course it's an STD, in which case, you know, wrap it up. Don't be gross. I have a Patreon, which I kind of alluded to before. It's a thing. The link is down below if you want to check it out. But that's it. That's the end of the video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.